This is the pitch for Barfly. It was a dark and stormy night. What? What? Oh, sorry. Not that one. That's never been done. And it's way too cutting edge for this story. The story of Barfly and Killer Cove. The small little backwater of a fishing village past its sell-by date. Well, there it is. Somewhere along there is Killer Cove, where BARFLY can be found. Home of the reprobates and ne'er-do-wells, and nonentities and noodleheads. Okay, we're coming in now. Pretty soon we'll be there. It's also full of smugglers and smartasses and deadheads and divorcees, so watch your step. And also, the rest are the oddest types in the universe. You may notice it's not for landlubbers. All the houses are built on water, and whatever else is there is on top of quicksand. Nope. Nope. But before you go in, just to get this straight, you probably have guessed, this is a kind of a zany fantasy takeoff on noir mysteries and what so-called cozy mysteries. And as for BARFLY, well, we call her Barfly because of her little drinking habits. But she's really a sort of combo of Sam Spade and Miss Marple, as well as a very well-dressed, or she take care of, well, for a, let's go in, you'll see for yourself. She's well-dressed for a Barfly is, like all noir mystery heroes, cynical and world-weary, and oh, so alone. But also, like all so-called cozy mystery heroines, she is always seen wearing her pearls and dressed nicely, and appears to be an unimportant, non-threatening adversary, who, of course, solves everything for others, but never for herself. Our story starts when this ancient fishing village is struggling under the oppression of a government prohibition of rich, gooey chocolate. As a result, criminal activities abound, while all the doings of the town are written up in detail by our anonymous narrator in the local rag called, unsurprisingly, the Killer Cove Tattletale. But on to our heroine now. Barbara is not necessarily the nicest little fly in the universe, but we like her, and so do her friends and neighbors most of the time. Especially because Barbara is the one everyone turns to when there is any problem or a mystery that needs to be solved. And often they don't even need to turn to her because she's already cotton on to the fact that there is something amiss in Killer Cove, and she is off and running. And in this story, once again, she solves a series of difficulties, overcomes a great many things, and puts herself at risk and, to some extent, occasionally her friends. But you'll see the list of the sort of things she encounters in this story a little later on. Right now, let's look into a few of the other people, or I should say, types, in this little universe. Don't Pet is the necessary sidekick who joins Barfly during the course of this little adventure, and like all good sidekicks, gets disastrously in the way, but inevitably comes to the rescue in a crunch. In fact, several crunches. Don't Pet is straight man, or whatever, to Barfly's dry humor. And then the love interest, Hank, the hunk. Like all the usual cozy mystery heroes, he is a bumbling, oblivious idiot who doesn't have a clue how fabulous the heroine really is. And on the other hand, like the heroines in noir mysteries, he is always inscrutably, ridiculously manipulative and sexy. Whenever he has any problem, he turns on the charm and says, "Baby, all you need to do is just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you?" Barfly doesn't get her man. And we are glad of it because, as usual, there is someone entirely perfect who secretly adores her and whom maybe someday Barfly will notice. Meanwhile, the girls, practically always literally joined at the hip and sometimes not competing with each other. And Mr. Whale, clearly a lowlife if there ever was one, but no one has caught him yet. Oh, there are lots of bad guys, but I've already gone on so long. I'll just quickly a few others. Ms. Thumping Good Time, the evil Mayor Goodgreed, Janet Square, oh, Scotty, oh, etc., etc. Oh, Bob Stool Pigeon, he was missing the class photo day. But there is always evil to be found in Killer Cove. Suspected murder on board a yacht loaded with unusual cutting-edge electronic equipment, a suspicious poisoning, the mysterious loss of property, a broken heart, a corrupt mayor. A near loss at sea, strange doings at a vineyard barn, an underground smuggler's tunnel, some illegal grow-op activities, and so much more. All this in a simple 22-page graphic novel. Okay, maybe 24 pages. If you think of anything left out of the previous list of events, please write to the Killer Cove Tattletale and include $50 US, no self-addressed stamped envelope necessary. Thank you. So for now, we bid farewell to the Killer Cove inhabitants, who, as usual, are playing Trivial Ambitions in the Passing Wind pub. Barfly has ended up alone again, sadder and probably not wiser. Well, not quite alone, as she now has her faithful sidekick, Don't Pet, plopped on the ground beside her, lapping up mint tulips. Hi, I'm Jada, and the crazy old lady. If you enjoyed this video, the story, or even if you didn't, please leave a comment here, or on my blog, jadajada1.com, or on my webpage, jadajada.info, because I'd like to hear from you. And thanks for watching. Bye.